living next to the beach in Da Nang, Vietnam with total lifestyle freedom, multiple 5-star holidays, and your entire cost of living covered. It's real. Most people think that you need 10 plus properties to fund this kind of lifestyle, but the truth is one great investment can fund it all. Today I'm going to show you how a convenience store in Gosford earns $35,000 a year in passive income, and that's enough to fund your dream apartment in Vietnam. Steps from the mortar with full-time flexibility, insanely affordable living, and multiple 5-star holidays throughout the year. Here's the thing, location freedom isn't just for digital nomads. It's for anyone that understands how commercial property can also fund your lifestyle. I'm James Hawthorne, and I break down commercial property deals and show you the kind of lifestyle they can actually fund. So stick around because I'm going to break down this property, the numbers and the strategy behind it, and how it can fund more passive income than 10 properties combined. So let's get into it. Now let's get into analysing the property that's going to fund our financial freedom. So I found this retail shop in Narara, which is in the Gosford area of New South Wales, and it sold for $1,750,000. And as you can see from the property, there's a huge car space and garden area, and there's only a really small tenant on the actual property. So there's a huge land component and a small portion of the land actually being used, and it's being filled by a convenience store and also a liquor store. So you can see the property, it's probably 2-minute walk from the station. There isn't much development in the area, a lot of green land as you can see, so it's probably a prime area for redevelopment, and it's not far, probably a few minute drive from the Gosford CBD. As you can see, this is the convenience store. It's in a pretty average location. Not going to be a huge demand for the actual land right now, but as you can see, there's 2 tenants, a convenience store and a liquor store, huge car park area, and it's a huge land component, so almost 1,800 square meters, and only 500 is actually being used by tenants, and so it generates $115,000 a year in gross income through the 2 tenants, and with a potential 8% rental increase soon. It's a freehold property, so you own the land but not the actual businesses on the land. It's surrounded by a lot of residential homes, so it's a low density residential area. As I said, it's hugely underutilized in terms of the land. I did a bit of research and it's almost 1,800 square meters. You could probably put 8 properties that are about 8 villas on this piece of land, so 8 properties with a 300 square meter land area. As I found a few properties in the area, the 250 square meters selling for $700,000. 3-bedroom property. So if you redevelop this property, you could fit 8 250 square meter properties on this one piece of land, and they're all selling for $700,000. That's about $5.5 million you could sell all 8 properties for. You're buying the land and the tenant for $1 million, $750,000. So there's a huge value add opportunity here where you could knock this retail down and build 8 small villas, and you're going to generate $5.5 million of after the sale. Don't know how much it's going to cost to develop, but say you're in $2.5 million, $3 million, you're probably going to profit $2 million or so. So there's a huge actual development opportunity here, and worst case scenario, you're going to be generating $150,000 a year of gross income from this one property. Now let's go into this spreadsheet and analyze what sort of cash flow can this one property actually generate. So from our cash flow calculator, we've got the purchase price of $1,750,000 using a 30% deposit, and that $115,000 of net income. Your yield's going to be about 6.57%. Assuming 6.5% interest-only repayments, your rent's $115,000, your interest is $79,000 a year, your cash flow is going to be $35,000 a year positive. And if you look at our cash flow snapshot, it doesn't go negative, so you've got a bit of a buffer in terms of interest, how high interest rates can go up until you go negatively geared. And if interest rates go down to say 3%, you're going to be positively cash flowing $78,000 a year. So it's a pretty good property. Interest rates can go up a bit and you're still going to be positively geared, which is a good thing. Now let's look at the property pay down calculator. So that $1,750,000 purchase price, 30% deposit, 6.5% yield, and say rental increase on average is 4% over the whole 15 years. No extra payments. That first year you're going to be positively geared $35,000. By year 5 it's going to be $66,000 a year positively geared. By year 10, $124,000 a year in positive cash flow. And by year 13 the property is completely paid off and you're going to be generating around $170,000, $190,000 a year in positive cash flow just through this one property. And you've got that development potential. Say the area starts to grow, you can knock it down and build 8 townhouses or 8 units or villas and flip a property. So it's got that value add opportunity, and in the meantime it's going to generate you positive cash flow that you can potentially save up to use for the development, or you can use it to fund your lifestyle. So now let's get into what sort of lifestyle can this cash flow actually fund. So I thought, for balling on a budget, why not go to Da Nang, which is in Vietnam, and see what sort of lifestyle that our budget of $35,000 a year can actually fund. So I found 2 properties and I found 2 holidays, luxury holidays you can go on just through the passive income from this one property. So I've got a more expensive apartment in Da Nang, which is right across from the beach, for $2,500 a month, which is $30,000 a year, which leaves you a bit of a budget to go spend on holidays or savings as well. And I found a more affordable apartment in Da Nang for $960 a month, which is really cheap. That's about almost $12,000 a year, which leaves you a lot of room extra that you can use to spend on luxury travel. So let's get into actually look at the first apartment. So this is the first apartment of $2,500 a month, 1 bed, 1 bath, really nice apartment. And it's not like a studio hotel. You've got it separated in terms of the kitchen, living area, and a separate bedroom area. So it's got a nice kitchen, great views of the ocean, right across from the beach. So I like how it's separated. Most apartments in Da Nang are kind of studio apartments, so they're all got the bedroom, kitchen, living room all in one. This has got the separate living room and a separate bedroom, which is really nice, which is why it's a bit more expensive. A nice bath and shower, great views of the ocean. It's got its own gym, swimming pool, lap pool that's on the top level, infinity pool where you're looking over the ocean. Pretty amazing. And as you can see, it's literally right across from the beach. Can't get any better location than that, right in the middle of Da Nang. So it's a really nice property, all for $2,500 a month. Let's see what the more affordable option is. So this 1 bedroom studio apartment in Da Nang's for $1,000 a month. It's got a nice lap pool, got more, it's a bit further back, but you still got that nice view. It's got that bedroom, kind of living room, kitchen layout, which I'm not a fan of, but it's a nice apartment. It's a studio, $1,000, pretty nice in terms of lap pool, not far from the beach. Got its own gym for $1,000 a month. And as you can see, it's not far from the last location, but it's a couple streets back from the beach, but a 2-minute walk from the beach. Pretty prime location, got ocean views, and you've got a nice lap pool. The only thing is it's a studio, so your kitchen, bedroom, living room is all in one space, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's a pretty nice apartment and it's affordable. Now we're going to look at what sort of luxury travel you can actually fund from the cash flow. So I used TripAdvisor. I found this 5-star China cruise for $2,000 for 16 days, and you get full return flights, 10 nights of 5-star hotels. You've got meals, it's a tour. You get to see the Great Wall of China, Beijing, go all over China. Pretty amazing river cruise as well. That's pretty amazing. You get to see the Great Wall, you get to see the Terracotta Warriors, Shanghai, great food probably as well. You get to see all the Terracotta Warriors, which would be pretty amazing. Tiananmen Square, climbing the Great Wall, one of the 7 wonders of the world, would be pretty amazing. It's a 5-star holiday that you can completely fund through this commercial property deal. It's pretty good. Why wouldn't you want to go on it? The next holiday you could fund is going on India, 9 days, 5-star, $3,600. You get to visit another wonder. You get to visit another one of the 7 wonders of the world, which is the Taj Mahal. You get to stay in really nice resorts with a nice pool, visit the Taj Mahal, stay in all these luxury hotels. It'd be pretty amazing to see the Taj Mahal. Look at this sort of hotel. It's pretty amazing. What do you get a stay in for $3,600? This is completely funded just by that commercial property. Return flights paid for, 7 nights in luxury accommodation. Go to Delhi as well. A bit of a trek around India, all for 9 days. This is completely funded just by one property. This Da Nang lifestyle we do on 2 5-star holidays as well is completely funded just by this one commercial property deal. Now, that's a Da Nang beachfront lifestyle completely funded by a Gosford convenience store. Now, if you missed my last video, I broke down how you can fund the Marbella lifestyle with just one childcare centre in Perth. So go watch that video and subscribe so you don't miss any other videos.